Namaste, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going over the third eye. My name is Sky. So I'm just going to dive right into it, you guys. It's kind of a lot of information to take in. So this chakra is mostly a non-physical center, right? It is arguably like the most popular chakra there is, and that's because it enables us to do many cool things. It helps us to perceive more than just that of the third dimension, right? So the most resonant color to the center is indigo and kind of like darker purples, right? So it is actually located slightly like above the brow line in the center of your forehead, right? So about here, right? And it's kind of, I'm very energetically sensitive, so I just kind of like run my hand along and I kind of get like a oop, there it is, right? So just kind of feel for yourself where there's a higher energy pull in that area, and that is where your third eye is, right? So yes, so when we're talking about the third eye, we gotta talk about, how under the right circumstances and with the right intentions, you can do really cool stuff with this center, such as like lucid dreaming, astral traveling, remote viewing. It helps us to be much more aware of, other dimensional frequencies and higher planes of existence in general. So the third eye dictates our psychic abilities and our clairvoyance, right? And I do this because I don't like the term psychic. I think it's stupid. It has a bad stigma to it. So throw that wording out the window, right, of psychic. So yeah, that's just a label that we attach to it, but it's stupid, right? So the ancient Sanskrit word basically for this center is ajna. I could be butchering how you say it, but it's roughly translated into beyond wisdom. Right? So yeah, this center basically helps us to connect to source, to God, to life force, to everything that is us, right? How we are all connected. This is why some people like claim to have the same past lives. You got people being like, I remember I was Cleopatra in a past life, and then somebody's like, no, that was me, or whatever. It's because we're all connected, and people will have that visceral experience, that very vivid memory, but it's much harder to discern if it's actually your soul's memory or if you are just tapping in to whatever source we're all connected to for a reason, right? So if you ever see like eye floaties or whatever, like in the corner of your eye, you're like looking in one direction, you see these little like, floaty things kind of around. They're not nothing, you guys. You are perceiving higher dimensional beings, higher dimensional frequencies around us. If you do any kind of research into 0-point energy, we know that we can only see like less than 1% of what's actually around us. So if you want to learn more about that concept, look up 0-point energy. I'll eventually do a video about it, but for now we're doing this. So opening up the center is when you start to kind of transcend polarity and duality of, this life, of this world, right? You're kind of more arriving at a neutral place of objectivity, right? You don't get so worked up about, which side of politics is important. Oh, this side is winning or this side is winning, or you don't care about any of that. You're just kind of observing and, objectively knowing that this is kind of part of human nature. And so you can kind of objectively sit it out and see how it goes. That's kind of the mentality that I'm getting to. I just use politics as an example, but this could go for any kind of like polarizing topics in our lives, right? So it governs our awareness of others, what's happening in general, places and situations taking place, our ability to perceive all this and kind of transmute it and integrate it so we can consciously think about it. We use our perception, which is our third eye. It goes through the filter of our third eye first before we can make any decisions, right? So it helps us form our opinions in general. So this also means like self-realization as well. So not just the outside world and what you're seeing and perceiving with your senses, but also having a understanding of your inner world and basically like how you perceive your own thoughts and behaviors, right? So it's your discernment center, basically. So it calls on your soul's like highest wisdom, your subconscious, and it's fucking powerful, right? So we got to start utilizing it, and that's why I'm here, like to tell everybody, right? So it also governs if you are trusting that you are basically on the right track, no matter what, knowing or not knowing, if you're supposed to be at that certain point in your life, or if you're living your purpose or your destiny, right? right? Your sense of all that is governed by your third eye. Cool, a little more scientific. The third eye actually governs our circadian rhythms, and you know, I could be butchering how you say it. Circadian, I want to say circadian rhythms if you want to look it up, but yeah, that's kind of like our sleeping and waking cycles, right? So it regulates when we go to sleep and when we wake up, and this is based off of kind of like the environment around us as well. So that also brings me to a physical manifestation of this chakra, and that's known as the pineal gland, right? So the pineal gland is vital. It's so important, you guys. It's located near the center of your brain. So yeah, it's in there and it's doing its work, right? Different chakras kind of govern different parts of the body. They co-govern different parts of the body. They can work in very close correlation with each other, with the other chakras, right? So the pituitary gland is also a physical manifestation of the third eye, but it's also a physical manifestation of the crown chakra as well. So we won't go into the crown, but the third eye and the crown definitely co-govern the pituitary gland, right? So the third eye very much governs our physical eyes as well. So I actually have 2 videos on how we see light and color, and I'll leave the link below. I'll post the video and stuff so you can go back and look at that if that interests you. I find body anatomy and, you know, stuff like that fascinating, right? How our body works, how it functions. It's kind of a miracle. We have a miracle system going on. So pretty fun to learn. So similar to sleep regulation, it also governs our dream regulation, right? It also, it governs basically our ability to visualize while we sleep, you know, and it also governs if you remember your dreams or not, and how well you can really interpret your dreams, right? Our subconscious is always trying to tell us stuff through our dreams, and we can take some valuable messages and valuable guidance from our dreams if we know what to look for, if we're paying attention, if we use our discernment about our own selves, right? And our third eye is great for that. So our third eye is like a muscle. So like the more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. So we can do like many different exercises, you know, to strengthen this. And we can do basically meditation, any kind of divination, automatic writing, any kind of channeling, you know, which is, we're all pretty much channeling. I hate, you know, anybody that knows me knows that I hate words used as labels to kind of cut off the bigger picture and limit the actual concept that we're putting the words to, right? So channeling, we're doing this all day long, right? We're getting guidance from pictures and, you know, through telepathy and all this, but we do not know how to utilize it. We're at a day and age where we basically don't know what to look for or how to use this communication, right? And that's why people like me and all the other light workers are out here trying to put in some work so society and humanity can kind of get back to a place where we are utilizing our full capabilities as humans, which is pretty cool, right? And to have it not be so suppressed by everything in our society. We're kind of working back to a more holistic, more, you know, Christ consciousness based loving space to be on earth, right? So that's what we're getting to with this whole third eye. That's what we're getting to with the whole balancing our chakras, right? To live a much better and healthy life. I also want to stress the point that just because you are not experiencing any of the, you know, etheric or mystical seeming or any of the cool kind of benefits that come along with having a an open third eye, just because you're not astral traveling and lucid dreaming and having all this stuff, that does not mean that your third eye is closed. That just means maybe you don't know what you're looking for. You know, there's all kinds of circumstances out there, but this does not mean you have a blocked third eye. Do not watch this video and be like, oh, I don't know how to astral travel. What the hell is that? That must mean I have a closed third eye. No. That just means you do not know how to take it a step further and utilize some of the things we're capable of. But your third eye, you could have a great perception. You could, you know, be knowing how to, you know, discern for yourself about a whole lot. You could have that intuition pop in, right? So just relax and it'll come with time. Within the next couple videos, I'll get into a little bit more what we can be doing to wake up this center and get those things going for you, right? So that'll be fun. So basically, when balanced, you'll have more like premonitions, things will manifest for you in your life so quickly and so much easier, right? And things will just kind of be in flow. That's how you know your third eye is open, because you are perceiving life in just a flow state, like, wow, blessings, blessings, you know, everywhere I turn, I'm seeing synchronicities and just everything is so great. Like, you are perceiving life as a dream state, kind of just a euphoric, like, this is awesome and fun, right? So when your third eye is not balanced, you're gonna have a problem, or you're gonna have issues with a lot of the things that I listed off in this video. You're not going to be able to kind of perceive or even acknowledge the fact that others have opinions. You know, you might be one of those people that will argue the opinion to make and force them to understand, because your opinion is the only opinion that's out there. Like, you can't perceive other things, right? Like, that's just an example, but if you go over all the things that I kind of went over in this video, you'll know, oh God, I have a problem with this, or I'm not capable of this, or, you know yourself. Use your discernment, use your own third eye. Step one, use your third eye to discern where you're at with your own third eye, right? So you'll be a more capable, understanding person. You know, life will just be better, you guys. So I will catch you in the next videos talking about the underactives and overactives, and we're going to talk about how to balance. I'm going to go a little bit deeper on the third eye, where I'm going to make a whole video about pineal gland, about how to decalcify your pineal gland. You know, there's a lot more I need to get into, but this is already long enough, you guys. This is just a brief explanation of what the third eye is. I hope you all enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell if you have not done that already. You definitely want to see all these future videos I'm making that I have written out already. Also, check out all my previous videos. You know, like I said, we've gone over the chakras from the root all the way up to the, you know, now third eye. So check those out. I have a lot of energy healing modality stuff. You know, there's a lot of good content on there. So I will see you guys next time.